particular lady, she said, Jade, I've listened to your shows where you and your co-hosts and guests are discussing the full moon and energy, but I've never heard you actually give out the ingredients to what you have to use to do an actual love spell. Is there an easy love spell that I can do to help protect and strengthen our relationship? Or is love spells only done if someone is trying to get a new lover in their life? Woo! So I thought that is perfect to have on this show since we're going to be talking about that. What do you think about that, dear?
That's just enhancing the relationship. Well, what I always tell people, before I like to get into spells is, one, what is your mindset? What is going on with y'all? Because you can perform all the spells you want, but if their mindset is somewhere else, it's like you have to do double the work to override their mindset. And when you start doing double the work to override their mindset and their emotions and their feelings, now we're getting to less spells and not love spells, or conquering spells and not love spells. Those are totally different. So first, make sure you and your person is on the same page and you and that person is in agreement. Now, with that being said, if both of y'all are in agreement, then the easiest thing to do is both of y'all, y'all can build an honor altar where y'all put things that represent your relationship. Pick an area, table, top of the dresser, on one shelf on the bookshelf, whatever, one little area on the coffee table, and just put stuff in there that reminds you of a relationship. Most married couples normally display their marriage pictures. They don't even realize that that's an altar. And they may not never light the candle, but they'll have the candle that they had during their wedding day, or they put a candle next to it and it'd be all dusty or whatever. Even though they may never light it, but still, that's an altar. They just don't realize that's exactly what it is. So one way to do it is an altar, and every once in a while, clean it, dust it off. Say a prayer for your relationship, both of y'all together. Again, whether you want to use the word pray, say pray, chant, mantra, is all the same thing. To speak life into your relationship. Another thing, if you want to get into specific herbs and stuff, the easiest thing that I say that you can do all of the freaking time is just take a bath with orange and cinnamon. That is one of the oldest spells in the world. I mean, going way back where they just bathed in, and I don't mean a lot of cinnamon because you ain't trying to, we're females here. We got open holes and stuff. We ain't trying to mess this stuff up. But just a little bit of, just a little bit of orange.
She said, we ain't trying to mess this, you heard what she said. We're not trying to mess you up here.
We're not trying to mess you up. Okay, just a couple of slices of orange, or what you could do is you could boil make a half a cup of tea. That's all you need is a half a cup of tea. Boil with half a cup of hot water. Once the water is boiled and you've moved in, it's still hot. Put a few slices of orange. You don't even have to have the orange. You could eat the orange and just have the orange peel. And a couple of pieces. I actually mean maybe a quarter of a piece of cinnamon. The cinnamon is stronger than most people think once it hits hot water. So just like a quarter little teeny piece, or like a half of an eighth of a teaspoon of cinnamon in that water. Okay. Once that water cools down.
She just texted me and said, I'm trying to take notes as you're talking.
I'm trying, darn it. I'm trying. Y'all know how I am. Take a teacup, a regular sized teacup, boil some water in the microwave or whatever. Once that water gets nice, getting hot, and once the bubbles stop, you want the bubbles to stop because you don't want to cook the orange. You just want it to steam, the essence to steam into the water. You take orange peel or just orange slices, and I'm sorry for that background noise. My husband's texting me in between this. But you take an orange peel, a couple slices of orange peel, and then get a 1/8 measurement spoon and only use half of that for cinnamon and put that in a cup. Stir it around, and then put that cup of water into your bath water. That's it. Soak in your bath like you were. Take your bath, clean yourself up, do all that first, and then run the bath water again and just soak it in water. And then when you get out, honestly, for love, grapeseed oil, I believe grapeseed oil is better than olive oil. You can also use almond oil just to rub yourself up with. You can incorporate jasmine oil in this. Lang Lang, which is spelled Y-L-I-N-G. That is also a perfect oil to incorporate in your lotions and stuff as far as, trying to bring that spark back into their relationship. Other than that, honestly, the best thing you can do ever is bring back that conversation. Conversation stimulates men. But most people don't think it does, but it does stimulate men. It's just a certain way they need to have the conversation. Basically.
Absolutely. And lavender actually...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh. I was going to say lavender actually brings the harmony in the love in your relationship as well. Even though, you can use lavender for other things, because, like, I use it if I have headaches or something, or I can't sleep too good, and I'm trying to meditate and I can't really concentrate. Lavender is good for that, but it helps to bring that harmony. She's talking about oils, but like I do like a jar of this stuff, because you can smell it. It's really great once you put all that concoctions together, the ingredients together, and it really just, to me, it opens up my chakras.
I do want to say this one first, because I know a lot of people want to know what candle colors they should burn. I'm going to be totally honest, you can use any candle color for basically almost anything. It's just knowing what the color means. So,
right.
and in saying that, you also have to know what colors vibrate with you and what colors don't.
Right.
For me, pink only vibrates when it comes to love. Other than that, I don't really vibrate like that. Red is a color I wouldn't use for red. Most people will use a red candle. Red is not a color I would use for love because it's too strong. That's just personally me. So for some people, red might be perfect. Yellow may be perfect. Yellow is not necessarily the color of success, but the color like brilliance and stuff like that. So if you want to have a brilliant idea of what the next date should be or something like that, you can do that. If you want to use a blue candle to keep communication open, you can do that. If you want to use a purple candle to make sure you're connected on a higher realm, or just to see your relationship as a royal couple, you can do that. Like if you want to use a brown candle to make sure that y'all are grounded both together in the same roots, you could do that. Like you can use any candle color, it's just knowing what that color means and how you can understand. Once you know what the color means, then you can tweak it to what you want to use it for. But before I even get deeper into anything else, the main thing is that if you don't feel sexy, if you don't feel like you're in the relationship, mind, body, and soul, there is no spell, there's no mantra, there's nothing that won't work. So that's why I give stuff that you can do on yourself first to put you in the present, to put you in the now.
It's good to cleanse yourself and do a meditation or
that's
something
what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say, because when you guys are hitting on some good points, but the thing is, even before you do, like Tia is saying, the oils and Jade is saying the oils and all that, and the infusing the room, you have to clear your mind before you even walk in the house.
Yeah,
you don't want that. You don't want that outside energy to even touch what you're about to connect with your spouse, your mate, whatever. You want to make sure the house is clear. You might want to sage the house down.
So I'm saying that to say, do not walk into your bedroom. Try to make that practice not to walk into your bedroom with your shoes on, because you're actually dragging in. Okay, we know that you drag in energy already from around and within you, but within your feet, because they feel like that's your strongest point, is your crown, your head, and your feet. So you're walking in there with a lot of negative energy and different, gosh, I can't even get it out, but everything that's on the ground is dealing with energy and stuff. So you want to try to keep that out of your bedroom. A lot of times that's where that negative feeling starts to happen. Sometimes we're in the bedroom, we're upset, or we may be looking at our significant other and don't know why we're getting ready to get mad. It's energy. It is something that is not right that you have brought within your house, and you just need to simply cleanse it. You need to do a cleanse on yourself, and you need not to walk in the bedroom with your shoes on. I mean, seriously, that is something that they live by. I
live by it too. I live by it too. And the reason why you don't walk into the house with your shoes on, it's not just that you receive from the head and the feet. The closest thing to the ground, we are connected to the ground constantly. So whatever flows through the ground, if you think about it, it's a river. The earth is a river. So whatever is flowing through that river, you're going to receive it from the bottom of your feet into your system.
And again, for ladies who do cook for your man, I'm going to say this. When you're cooking for your man and your family, get the hell off the phone with your girlfriends. Stop talking about and what they like. Get off the phone, because as you're cooking, that's in your thought process. As you're turning and putting your hands in that food, that all that energy, hers and yours, is going into that food. And then you wonder why out of nowhere your man's looking at her kind of cockeyed like, I never realized she was pretty. That's because you and her food, you and her energy is going to that food that you're serving to your man. You know what I mean? Another thing that a lot of women have an issue with, keep your girlfriends out your bedroom. I don't care how close you are. They should not be sitting on your bed. They should not even cross the threshold of your bedroom door. That is sacred to you and your lover alone. Keep them at a distance. That's just something. I mean, that's not just your girlfriend. That's your mother, your cousins, your sisters, whatever. Keep them out your bedroom. They do not step in your bedroom. Go into the one thing I want people to understand that everything is energy. And your hands have chakras in them. Your hands are energy centers, so to make it clearer. And when you're when we cook, like Sandy said, we do receive between left and the right side of the body, but also when whatever hand, you know, whether your right hand or left hand, the hand that you do the most with is the hand that you're giving with. So when you're cooking and you're cooking with this hand and you're taking these salts, all that goes into the food.
It's a food.
All of that goes into the food. So if you're mad at your man and you're like, I can't stand him, I wish you would do this, and this while you're cooking, you can't get mad while the next 3 nights he has to come home for dinner.
And it doesn't taste right. And it doesn't taste right.
Yeah.
You can put the same exact ingredients that you put in when you're putting love, energy in that meal. It is not going to taste right to him.
And I'm gonna say
it's not. It's going to taste different. It's a funny taste.
I'm going to take it one step deeper. Because you're cooking this meal for the both of y'all, and you're saying, I can't stand him right now, but you're cooking the meal because you know it's dinner time, you got to get this meal done. You're eating that
meal. He's going to stop feeling the same way.
But you're eating that meal, too. So you're putting that energy right back into your body of, I can't stand him. So you can't get mad now 3 days later, more stuff pisses you off about him because you put that energy right back in your body with the food.